Here's pop. Here's slow rock.
Yeah.
Here's swing.
Oh, there
Samba.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then the waltz. So yeah, I mean it's things so cool.
Take it by the scenes, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about. 561 Music!
Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben, and as you can see, there is no Hector, and this time he isn't going to come bursting through the door. Oh, no, he really isn't going to come bursting through the door. But, yeah, I feel, as he is not here, it is my duty to promote the festival because it's coming up. It's coming up. It's May 2nd, and we've got Like Harvey, Dominic Delaney, Alec, Heidi Merrill, Sandman Sleeps, Shy Blossom, More Better Band, Rogue Theory, Give It Up, Blab Scam, Snake Lounge, Euphobia, Jesse Young, Modern Natives, RJ Preston, Josh Gluck and the Family Tree, Roots Shakedown, a personal favorite of mine, Dirty Crumb Bums, Change is Great, Brett Statska, Nostalgia, Butch and the Fat Doobs, Bomb the Algorithm, Turbo Kid, The Holidays, Dr. Geronimo, I think I stumbled on that one last week as well, Dr. Geronimo, Part-Time Cooks, and we also have 3 561 youth bands, Creeper Jr., Demeter, and Northlake. And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be all those bands, 30 bands, 3 stages. And if we get our act together, we're hoping to have an app so you can see who's playing at what time so you don't miss anybody. And it is free. It's very important to explain that part. So, you know, there's really, all you got to do is be in West Palm Beach to come to it. You don't even need any money, nothing. You should definitely come. All of the bands are great. We had loads and loads of applicants, and we just chose the bands that we thought were the best, and out of a crop of very good bands. So in my opinion, it's going to be a great festival. You should definitely come. It's May 2nd, and it's from 11 to 11, basically, that kind of period of time. And it is just downtown West Palm Beach at the Meyer Amphitheater and the surrounding area, because we have the other stage behind the Meyer now as well. And yeah, love to see you there. So without further ado, I feel like I should introduce one of the bands that's playing on the festival, Roots Shakedown.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good. It's nice to see you both. Mike and Tony. Now, Mike, we've known each other since the days of me once in a while jamming with JM and the Sweets, because Virgil was like my best mate, and like he used to play a lot with me at the time. Yeah. So
many sessions, many late night sessions, just showing up at random gigs, recording sessions, all that stuff.
Yeah, we were just talking about that time at Echo Beach, weren't we?
Yeah, Echo Beach. You were blowing the sax, just kind of, hey, we need a sax player. Oh wait, Ben's around. So then, and then that actually made the cut, and then that was the song "Shout Love," I think.
That's okay. Yeah.
So that's still on the record. You still got your name on the writing credits.
I remember I played with Josh not that long ago. He came and did the songwriter night.
Oh, good.
And I played a bit of sax with him.
Sure,
it was fun, man. So, getting back to Roots Shakedown, how long have you guys been a band these days?
Roots Shakedown started around 17 years ago.
Really? I didn't know it's been going that long. It's been going. That's a long time. You've been going longer than I have been in Florida.
A long time. Long time.
That's awesome.
You guys used to play down south a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, a little more down south. I mean, we actually started the band. We put the band together to play a show at a frat bar in Tallahassee called Pop Bellies.
Right.
And from then it kind of took off.
That's awesome. So has it had many lineup changes over the years?
Oh, yes. So my good friend Brett Statska and myself, we started the band.
You did? Okay.
We were originally in another band before that with Perry Strait and Jack Chapman.
Okay.
And then my buddy Mike Parsons was lead singer. then that band kind of faded out. Lead singer's girl wanted him to not be singing, had too many girls hitting on him and stuff
always
after
the
the
lead singers.
It's
shows.
a classic. It's a classic.
And she
lead
just couldn't
singers.
handle it. So he ended up stopping. And then Brett and I were like, hey, I want to continue writing music, making music. Let's start a band. We wrote a song called Respect the Youth. Back then we were the youth. Now,
Yeah.
now it's,
Now it's like, do
now I
still
got
have to
kids and
respect-
stuff.
Turn
Respecting
that
them.
down.
But and that was 17 years ago, which is crazy to think that.
That is crazy.
And then we've gone through a lot of different drummers, a few different keys players here and there, and we spoke about Virgil.
Yeah.
That was our most recent one, and since him, we really haven't been in a hurry to
well, there's a big shoes
replace.
to fill, literally and figuratively. yeah.
Exactly. We haven't been trying to replace one. If anything, we've played with some of our players that we've played in the past with,
Yeah.
but we haven't been in a hurry to replace Virgil. So
Yeah. It's I think I sort of became properly aware of you because I knew Virgil was playing in the band. But prior to that, it's one of those things where when you play in a band all the time, you're always playing the same time as other bands. And so a lot of people slip through the net. You don't even really, you've heard the name, but that's about it. It's funny, isn't it? A lot of us who do this kind of thing for a living don't end up seeing each other, unless you end up on the same bill together somewhere.
exactly,
right.
you got to either be playing the same shows, but a lot of us are just playing the same nights, so it's around town. It's hard to go out and see. And
Which
then
is- Oh, sorry. What I was going to say, which is why putting on a great festival
Oh.
like this, you get all the good bands together, and then we can all see each other. So
Yeah.
it'd be good.
Totally. That's the favorite thing for me is that.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you that we've been very lucky the last couple of years, especially last year when Hector managed to figure out that we could do it at the Meyer Amphitheater. And it's just been it's been a lot of fun to see all the bands and just try and shine a bit of a light on how many good bands there are here. It's the kind of thing that I say all the time, but it really is true though. There's a lot of really good bands. And it's funny, like one of the things about doing a local music festival is that you'll get people commenting and stuff being like, oh, I haven't heard of any of the bands, and you're like, why? Like they literally, you are surrounded by these bands. Why haven't you heard any of the bands? It's like people can be quite unimaginative when it comes to their listening habits, I feel.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think South Florida alone has a great music scene. Me personally, I haven't lived in a big city like Chicago or Austin who have these like world renowned music scenes, but South Florida has their own version of a great music scene because none of the big artists come to South Florida.
Right.
For the longest time, touring, you wanted to go see a band, you have to go to Orlando or Jacksonville.
they don't
St.
come down
Augustine.
here. No.
Yeah, so
Dead end
it was
state.
always just us kind of putting on shows and like
Yeah.
making a band and stuff. So
No,
yeah,
100%.
I get that.
Yeah, and part of the reason, it's not really one of the main reasons, but a side reason why we do it is we figured if we can get it really vibrant down here and a lot going on, then people will want to play down here.
Yeah, sure.
It'll get like that's a really cool music place. We should go check it out. Kind of
Yeah,
thing,
sure, absolutely. And putting these festivals, I mean, like there's been plenty of festivals that have been in this around town. You talk about your Sunfest and like what's like the Country Beach, whatever that's called. But anyway, there's a couple, but yeah, having more of a local festival, I think, is a great idea.
Yeah, and hopefully we can change some people's listening habits and have them like take off their blinkers a litt bit and
Yes.
actually like go out and see these acts that they're just surrounded by and have no idea about it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what got you guys into? We can sort of do one at a time, but what got you into reggae? Why did you want to start a reggae band?
So we started Roots Shakedown. Well, the first band that we were in, Brett and I, was a reggae band. So we kind of started that, and it was kind of like Brett surfs a lot, and we all surf, but he's really good. And then our lead singer at the time, Mike Parsons, he was really into surfing and kind of like that island surf feel.
Gotcha.
Kind of just speaks to reggae music,
Sure,
and
yeah.
reggae music speaks to that, and it's
Yeah,
and then we just really, I actually grew up loving, punk rock and a lot of more underground music and hard rock. And I never really took reggae music seriously until I saw Steel Pulse at one of the Sumfests in high school. And I was just like, man, the bass lines and just how it would all just fit together, and how seeing it live like that was just, it was special. And then being able to open up for them one day was just like epic.
Yeah, that's amazing. I feel like in the UK, the sort of outward image of reggae is like, it's like inextricably linked with punk, you know? Mm-hmm. And I feel like here,
it's an underground
music.
music.
If you know about it is if you know that they're linked, and you know about the more sort of edgy stuff. But there's also that kind of like side to it that's the sort of lobby in a hotel kind of side to it that a lot of people associate with reggae, when in fact you know there's so many. It's like it's like many things that has a lot of different sides to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like that the idea of reggae and punk being similar, because they were like the punk rockers of the dance hall, all that stuff. They just wanted to make their own scene, stuff like that. So
and in the similar. UK, I think the reason why they became associated with each other in the UK is because like the early skinheads all listened to reggae. Yeah. And then sort of before punk, when they were like sort of not even really skinheads yet, when they were like mods,
Yeah. You're talking about like Rude Boys and all that stuff?
Yeah. And they before skinhead became like a football and racism thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Like that was a terrible shame that got co-opted, but I suppose it does sort of like, I don't know, it was vulnerable to it, it was just like, it's a shame. But have you ever seen the movie This Is England?
This is England. Oh, no, the Hooligans? Is that about like the Hooligans?
Yeah. It's a good movie anyway, and there's a lot of reggae in that movie.
Right.
But anyway, so that was going on. And then also just the fact that like Brixton and sort of the areas that the Jamaicans lived in was just kind of some of the places that they were doing punk shows, and then it all just kind of got sort of melded together. There's like the Clash, you can really hear it in the Clash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure, yeah.
And it's always interested me the difference between sort of the perception of reggae just depending on where you live.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think also just the fact that it's like cold all the time in England, it creates a slightly darker vibe for the reggae.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, your environment definitely makes your vibe, right? So how you want to write or how you want to express that. But yeah, I mean, definitely reggae music down here is, it's got the two sides. It's got your hotel with the cruise ship reggae.
Well, that's kind of like what I always associated reggae with when I was into punk rock and everything. Was like, oh, this is boat music, like I don't.
That's what I figured when you said that, was like, because there is such a big side like that down here. If you go to like Johnny Longboats or something like that, and there's just like a band in the corner, and they're usually pretty good, but kind of, it's like, but it's always the same songs.
It's like the background music and stuff for most of the time, but then you find a certain band that kind of speaks to you.
Definitely. I think the interesting thing about that as well is that if you are a reggae band that has pretensions sort of beyond that, and trying to create art and trying to create some stuff that has a message and protest music and things, you still can play those gigs if you need some money.
Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
You've always got that in the back pocket.
Which you always got to pay for the rehearsal space. So
yeah, isn't that the truth? So, talking about like reggae that like conscious or sort of political or spiritual aspects of reggae, how important has that been when it comes to the songwriting that you've done over the years?
It's been important. Brett does most of our songwriting, especially the lyrics, but he focuses on playing bass and singing now more, because he's got his other project as well. But he has been our main lyricist. So
we'll talk about the new song.
I have one new song on the album which I sing lead on.
Oh, cool! Did you write the words?
Yes, I wrote the words, and it's pretty much just about a love of music and not wanting to lose it. The song's called "Can't Lose It."
That's cool. Like not lose it in terms of stop doing it, or
stop doing it. You know? Now that I have, the career gets in the way. I've got 2 kids now, wife, and everything. So a lot of the music that used to be in the forefront is now in the back burner a little bit, but I got to keep it burning, you know?
You gotta.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the one thing though about that is it's always there for you. It's like, even if circumstances sort of got you to a point where other things had to take a much bigger priority, it's not going anywhere. You know, you can always come back to it. You know what I mean? If you have to. I suppose one of the things that I would worry about in that situation is though that it's kind of like if you put it down for too long, start getting in your head about starting up again. You know, like so.
Yeah.
Or just
Get
a song
rusty.
has been, you know, you haven't finished a song and you want to finish it, but you want to make it perfect before you put it out there. Sometimes it doesn't need to be, you know. You just got to get it out there.
There you go.
Absolutely. How much music have you guys put out over the years?
Not that much. We have our first EP. It was a 5-track called Mash Up the Sound, and that was around maybe 15 years ago that we released that. And we actually, Ron Eisner from the Resolvers mixed and mastered that one. Kind of took us under their wing when we started, and we look up to those guys a lot.
Oh, I can see
The
why.
Resolvers are, in my opinion, the best reggae band in Florida.
I think that is absolutely true. Yeah.
One of the best reggae bands on the East Coast.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And Ron and Dean, who was their keys player, they both mixed and mastered that and everything for us, and helped us, you know, with a little bit of the writing. Then after that, it took us years to, you know, kind of finally put together our full length, release that in 2019. And then it took us this amount of time to come out with our EP that we just released now. So I haven't released too much music, but...
Tell me a little bit about the EP that you just released now.
So the EP that we released, it was in November 28th this year. It's more, we wanted to go back in time with this one, is an 80s digital style. It's called Digital Roots.
Yeah.
And it's 3 tracks, and then those same 3 tracks, just the Riddims that we released for free use for anybody who wants to put their own songs on it.
Explain the Riddims, because I got introduced to this. I didn't know what a Riddim was.
Okay, so a Riddim is pretty much just the music part of the song. So without the lyrics and everything else, in reggae music, a lot of people, you know, a lot of singers will put their stamp on a song and take a rhythm that a lot of different singers have used. And
Stalag being
and it'll be their own song, you know.
Yeah.
You'll see. I mean, even like Sublime and stuff. A lot of their songs were not necessarily the rhythms of that, but they use those bass lines and those tracks to make their own songs.
100%, and that's something that we used to as a huge source of inspiration in my old band Sonic Boom 6. We'd always like be referencing them here and there, you know. And it's like it's something. It's funny because I remember when you had like teenagers and stuff back in the day when we used to listen to Sublime as teenagers. It's like you'd hear these bits from the things and you think to yourself, he's ripping that off. And then later you go, oh no, he's actually being really cool because he understands this side of reggae.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's
Borrowing, not ripping off.
yeah. It's sort of like sharing almost, you know, and it's like who can do the best one.
And that's kind of what we feel like. You know what? Here's our song. If you want to put your own stamp on it, make it your song.
Yeah.
So we released them as free use. So it's pretty cool.
That is cool. What's the new record called?
Digital Roots.
Oh, that's
and
right. Yeah,
first song is called Roots Shakedown Party. Then that's with Brett and I both singing on it. And we have a song that Brett wrote called For You. And then the one that we spoke about, Can't Lose It.
I think now would be a good time for you to present the keyboard that you brought with you. Let's get it up and so that the cameras can see it a little bit.
Here we go.
So this cool toy was made. It's called the Casio Tone MT40. This is what we used to create the Digital Roots EP, and it's pretty awesome. We used to create just the skeleton of the track. So the bass off here, the drum preset that they have in here, and then the keyboard for the skank. And then we overdubbed a lot of other stuff. We brought in Chris Cope who's in Article Sound System now. Sure. He was originally our keys player a long time ago, but he came in and helped us finish up the track and put a lot of cool overdubs on there. And
we'll talk about the history.
The history of this thing. So this thing created like the 80s digital reggae sound. And when this thing came out, like everybody started using it. There's even the preset on here for the sling ting. I'm sure you guys have heard this.
We my brain, well yeah, it's awesome. On my sling ting, me on my sling ting. That's sick.
And yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. And we ended up finding one on eBay. Our sound engineer, Billy Reed, kind of brought this to our attention. Him and Brett found this thing, and we got the idea from Menu Digital as well.
Yeah,
he has a channel on YouTube, and he goes around. He's, I believe, French, and he goes around to Jamaica and meets up with a bunch of different artists and plays these rhythms for them or on some of their songs. And it's just cool. Definitely check him out.
Yeah, it's super cool. You guys were showing me some of those videos earlier. And I am just so earlier we were talking off camera, and he said it would lend it to me for a couple of weeks, and I am so happy about it.
The new toy.
I'm so happy about it. You
Enjoy.
wouldn't even believe.
We got 3 of them.
I've got a little ditty. Here we go. I'm gonna go.
Hey.
Let's see. What's the easiest place to play it? I'll put the drums on. Here we go. Talking about the scene, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out. It's what we're all about. 561 music.
Hey.
Nice. Nice. There we go.
Well,
Only on the Casio.
testament to the fact that if you're going to do something like that on camera, you should probably practice it at least once.
Yeah, no. That's the one.
And he did
true.
not practice this before.
Yeah.
So this is it's a Casio Tone MT40 if you want to be as cool as us.
There you go.
Yeah,
Find it at your local eBay.
awesome. Yeah, I am very, very impressed with that as a concept for an album. It's something that, like, when I've seen you guys live, there is an attention to detail in terms of the aesthetic and like the choices of like the rhythm section, sort of like understanding of reggae and stuff. It's not, like fish sandwich reggae. It's actual, it's reggae, real reggae. And that means a lot to me because I can be a real snob about all of that. And I definitely am, I smile from ear to ear when I see you guys, that's for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree. Like, I'm a newer member of the band, but when I came in, I had to start listening to, like, I would say older reggae, or,
Sure, yeah.
like a lot of the songs that we play or the covers we do are not reggae songs I grew up with.
Yeah, totally.
Old roots reggae.
Yeah, old roots reggae. So you're
Yeah.
right. Like, you start listening to that music, and I've always been a person who, like, like my favorite players, like, I want to know what their favorite players are.
Sure.
So it's kind of like finding that sort of, I don't know, lineage.
And you're the perfect person to do it, really, because, prior to that, or concurrently with that, playing in a soul band as well.
Sure.
And there's a lot of, there's a lot of sort of common heroes of these people, and
Absolutely.
and also just the fact that you're already digging through soul records to figure out, the best ways to play that.
Yeah. I mean, it's soul music, R&B music, they all kind of come from, like, sort of, you can definitely trace roots to, like, island, Caribbean, Afro, Cuban stuff.
Yeah.
So it all comes from the same place, and you
Yeah.
can definitely find a path there for sure.
No doubt about it. I'm I'm always kind of like, when I have bands on that are sort of, like that are kind of like stick figure reggae bands, I'm always like, so who do you like from the 70s?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But by the same token, stick figure are a good band, and I'm not. I think sometimes I can be a bit of a hater, but I don't really mean it. I still like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's right. It's like commercial music, or you do it for the right reasons, then it becomes good music. Either if it's current music or you have to start somewhere. So
absolutely. So I think now would be a good time if you what tune do you think we should have everyone listen to? What tune should we stick on?
The first track off our new EP called
Okay,
Roots
cool.
Shakedown Party.
Nice one. So we're going to listen to Roots Shakedown Party, and we'll be right back.
feeling alright, cause we got everything that you like. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. It's gonna be a Roots Shakedown party, alright. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. Gonna be a Roots Shakedown party tonight. It's gonna be a Roots Shakedown party, alright.
All right, so we just listened to Roots Shakedown Party. Before we start talking about that, do you have any advice for people who are just getting into the music game? It could be like career-wise, or it could just be, encouragement. Or do you have any words of wisdom from having done it all these years, guys?
Yeah, I would say go to your local jam, find your local jam, pick a song that you don't really like, you can just play and just sit, maybe just do, it's like I got started just playing guitar and singing by myself, and then I met all my bandmates through open mic nights. So that would be my one advice to someone starting out.
It's great advice.
Yeah.
I think we might have even played with each other at one of those jam type things at like Swamp or something.
Oh, Swampgrass, yeah, 100%. I mean, that's where I met everybody from Virgil and Josh, and then I got hooked up with these guys after that. So, yeah, I mean that changed. That got me into the scene and got me playing. So.
There was a certain time that when there was some players.
Oh yeah,
It was good.
There was a time, where South Florida, the scene in Boca from all the way down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and then all the way up here to West Palm too. There was some serious bands.
I think it's interesting, with stuff like that, because I mean, we're all sort of like old hats at it now.
Yeah.
But I think a lot goes on that we just don't know about.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of young people out and about these days, and they seem to be having a whale of a time. So,
Well, actually, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. You brought it up the kind of recently, where like the younger generation, right? So they don't go out and drink and go to bars anymore.
well, there is that.
Yeah, so
There is
right, so
that.
it's kind of interesting because that was like a place where us being younger musicians, we could always find a gig at some bar somewhere.
Yeah.
Where now it seems like the bars aren't really, they're kind of struggling right now, and
Yeah,
like the
you're
local
right.
scene, music scene,
In fact,
is
that's
kinda
a good
could be-
point. That is a very good point. Propaganda needs your help.
There you go.
So there is a GoFundMe. You can find it very easily. If you know any South Florida musicians, look on their social media.
Yeah.
And you will find the link. There's a GoFundMe to keep Propaganda's doors open. So if you're watching this and you've made it this far through the episode, that means you love local music. And that means please help Propaganda. It's a very important venue to all of this.
And that's where we had our first EP release party.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, everybody played at Propaganda, and they know exactly how important it is, but also just how important any venue is. So
Yeah.
I mean, you look around here too. We're off of North Lake, so there's like Lake Park, the Kelsey Theater. How many shows have been through there, and
Yeah.
And again, another reason why we should have local festivals with awesome local bands. So
you're right. The fact that less people drink now is because that was one of the ways that was a way to play out, because these places were open and the alcohol being bought and drunk was what meant that it was even there in the first place.
And that's the reason we got gigs, because people just needed music in the background.
Music.
And you could be horrible. They didn't care. So
totally. You do get bands at Kava bars, but it's not the same thing. It's, it can be pretty fun in there sometimes, but it's not like, it's a different thing.
I think that's definitely I think in the next couple of years that might change the scene a little bit. You know, obviously we came up kind of around the same time.
Yeah.
So, we were playing out, but then, that big COVID thing happened, and then all the music scene dried up from there, at least from the bands I played in.
It's certainly changed a lot. I think that how one perceives the scene to be is very related to what you're doing in it.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that, I'll think a certain thing about a venue or a certain thing about how active and what's going on and things, and I'll talk to someone else and they'll have a very different view of it. There's truth to what you're saying, and I didn't mean that in a bad way, but it's interesting how I find myself personally sort of really thinking I know what's going on, and actually no, that's just what's going on to me.
Yeah, sure. I mean? Yeah, right. Yeah, you stay in your, you kind of keep focused on what you're doing and stuff like that. But yeah, that's totally right. And I guess from my experience, we just kind of lost a lot of gigs from that. But there's still some really good venues out there, so definitely support those venues as much as you can, and let's keep the live music going.
All the more for the fact that it is getting harder, and if places can't afford to keep the lights on because they're not selling enough drinks, then it becomes incumbent upon us to keep them open.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's the fact that they're there isn't the reason it's important. They're there isn't because they're selling drinks. It's because the music is being played.
Yeah,
so,
and it just becomes a local hangout. There's other stuff they can buy. It's not just alcohol and food and all that, but it's more of just this was a local place, like Propaganda. That's just where we all hung out at the end of the night. It was open late, so you can all go out there and see your favorite musician,
especially the places that appreciate and respect, original music, not just
music,
covers. Like Guanabanas too. They're big on the original music scene.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've had a solo gig there for a lot. I played at Guanabanas a bunch of times, but for a while I had a solo gig there. I was going once a month, and that's the best solo gig I ever had. It was great. And just a real nice stage, and Matt does good sound.
That's good. Yeah.
Do you guys play at Guanabana sometimes?
Yeah, we play there a lot.
I feel like that must be someone that's like a staple for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The crowd's been good to us there, so
yeah,
it's nice.
Where would you say you play the most? There?
Probably there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then the Clematis by Nights and kind of Boynton Beach Amphitheater and stuff like that. We don't play a lot of the bar gigs like we used to. I mean, we used to be in there a lot more
and stuff like that.
We play there every now and then. I think the last time we played Bradley's was the Virgil.
Yeah. And I got to say that was a good send-off,
It was.
It was a good send-off.
He would have loved it.
I think so.
Yeah.
And there is something poetic about the fact that he's just vanished.
That's Virgil.
Without a trace.
Yeah.
That's Virgil.
In my darker moments, I can imagine that he's still out there somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. Virgil.
Yeah. We miss you, bud.
R.I.P.
Yep. Yeah. One of a kind.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
For sure.
I have a picture of him in my car, and just sitting on my on the windowsill thing of my car, and I think it's Christy got something printed out, and then I was taking it home, and then and I just ended up leaving that there because it's nice,
Sure.
Yeah.
See him every day. You still got the whale?
Yeah.
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 The Whalers, right?
Yeah.
I found a shirt.
Ben Charles and the Whales. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we were doing a pirate album, and actually
that guy is a pirate.
Yeah, for sure. I found all of the files because what happened is we recorded this whole album with Ben Stokes. He was on drums.
Yeah.
And we recorded the whole thing, and then we sent it off to a friend of ours to mix it. But right when we sent it off to him, he was going on he took a dark turn, and just he was dealing some serious issues, and he just didn't. He just kept pretending he was doing it and wasn't doing it, and we sent him money, and that just disappeared where money goes when people are doing a dark turn, and anyway, so it never got released, and I thought I'd lost it, but I haven't lost it. I found it inside an old laptop of mine. I have all these tunes, and all I got to do is mix them and bring them out. So
nice.
As soon as I get a spare minute, there's going to be a me and Virgil album coming out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's I guess an anniversary of when he disappeared is coming.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So
Horrible that his mother found that out that day.
Yeah, but I think that was at the Echo Beach. So were you with Ben?
Yeah,
was that at Echo Beach?
Yeah,
you guys just squat there and
exactly.
tunes.
I feel like it'd be nice to do that. There's a few people I actually want to get on it. So if I can figure out once I start doing it, I'll start sending around people who knew Virgil and see if they want to play something on it.
Hey, just let us know. I mean, we'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah, cool.
He was. We have some cool stories with Virgil. So yeah,
bless him.
We miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. So getting into there's no way to segue out of that, so I'm just going to try.
Sure,
When it comes to does the band currently have goals? Are you planning on doing more albums, more original music? What's the where do you think you guys are at with all of that? What's the trajectory, do you think?
So the next move is probably going back to another full-length album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write that. And then we always spoke about doing another EP after that. That was more of a 70s style EP, all analog style. So
cool.
A split 45, one on each side. And
Try and find somewhere where you can record it on tape and stuff.
Well, we do have a tape machine in the studio, so
nice.
We're going to try to do the next one. Well,
Billy Sound's got he's got the hookup. So
I've got a little tape machine, but I don't have one with a fat tape. I'd love to get one of those. It's funny though. I there's a quote that always sticks with me. I can't remember who said it, but they were like, people who love the idea of recording on a tape machine never had to use tape.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's why it's only going to be 2 tracks.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
not the full length.
I hear that a lot too. I know some people that used to go in the cuts, and manual edits and all that stuff.
Totally, it's a whole art form in and to itself. I know that they had a tape machine at my university. I wasn't doing the exact course where you got to use it, but I had a lot of friends who were, and we did record one thing on it actually, and it sounded great, but just got to be you had to be so careful with the thing, mess it up. All right, so when it comes to promoting the band and pushing it forward, who's involved? Who is the main person for the sort of outward facing view of the band?
I guess that would be me,
Yeah,
and that's probably why we've been slacking a bit, because I'm horrible with social media, man. I got into music because I love music. I don't really love the promoting and social media part of it, but it's everything. It's if you want to get people to your shows, you got to do it.
Totally.
And
you need to take a leaf out of Manu Digital's book, right?
We all do. I know I got to do better at that, but it's hard. It's not hard. It doesn't come natural. So
no, I tell you what. It doesn't come natural to me either. I will go through phases where it does, but just keeping the momentum up, that's a hard thing.
Even just now walking in and they're like, "Oh yeah, make sure you get some footage and put it on Instagram." I haven't gotten a thing, so after this, I'll probably have to
there we
get
go.
something.
Yeah, we'll recreate everything.
Act natural. Yeah. No, we have this wonderful lady called Danielle who helps us with it. And I do my own one, so that would be weird if someone was doing literally mine. But but for the band stuff, she helps us with that. She doesn't, it's we'll send her content, you know what I mean, and then she'll also make content, and she'll just kind of keep it regular, because that's the hard thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you definitely need to sit down and schedule out maybe a week's worth. Just sit down in a room and
and
make
just
content.
making sure to get all that content put together. And,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to pay for it. Sometimes, you got to pay
It's a
people to
job.
film you and everything else.
At the end of
Like
the
we
day,
haven't gotten a new band photo in forever.
actually, Danielle, if you're watching this, I know we need a new band photo, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
We'll
one
get
we
to
sent
it,
you
promise.
guys is like from 2023, and I'm like,
Right.
man, you're slacking.
And as time passes, you're not quite so eager to get some new ones.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you start looking yourself in the mirror a little bit longer.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I got more grays now.
I'm still in a place though that since I stopped drinking, I'm still like losing weight slowly but surely. So I'm still like, I'm on a good trajectory right now.
There
you know
you
what I
go.
mean?
Yeah,
but
there you
I'm
go.
sure it's going to switch back round again pretty soon. Listen, fellas, it's been an absolute pleasure. I love the idea of the EP. It was really, really a smart way to go about it because it gave it a focus. It's like it has a, it's a concept album that the concept is fun and simple, but also a great way to create very authentic sounding music, and it's smart. I'm really think you're onto something there. New music
Thank
came
you.
out really, really awesome too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to broadcast to our billions of fans out there? And
Well, all billions of you. No, definitely come out to the show. If you're local, come out to Myers Amphitheater. I think it's going to be a great time. There's going to be some awesome bands there, bands that I haven't seen in a while.
yeah,
So I'm super excited to see every one of them and hang out all day. So
Hell yeah.
I'm really glad for everyone putting it together. And hopefully we can make this thing happen and do another one for many years to come. So,
Absolutely,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate it,
No,
Ben.
we're really
Thanks.
excited about it, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I have to say it's an honor to have you. We're all going to have a great time.
Yep.
And guys, if you made it this far in the podcast, why would you not come to the festival? It's
There you
obvious,
go.
really, at this point.
You said it's free, right?
Yeah,
It's free. Come
It's
on.
free.
You can't get anything for free these days.
Exactly. Nothing except this.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, you got to come. All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
see
thank
you
you.
later, guys. Adios.
Take it by the scenes, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about.